see that right there? That's what you don't want on your Harley Davidson. So Simon and I recently did a iron butt challenge. I'm going to put a link to the video right here, up there in the corner right there. And I'm going to talk to you about our experience on it, and that way, you know, some other people who might be interested in it can realize it's really not that bad. So roll that intro. There it is. All right, back on the road. So first things first, about 200 miles into our trip, I had a check engine light pop up. We left out of Roanoke, Virginia, heading to Fort Wayne, Indiana, and I'm pretty sure we were on the West Virginia Turnpike when my check engine light came on. We were just so far into it, the bike wasn't running any different, so I just kept rolling with it. I finally got to Indiana and checked it out, and I was able to like read the code on the bike, which I didn't know I could do. Indiana Harley Davidson was like super cool about helping me out, diagnosing what was going on with my bike. I explained to them that I was out of town, or I was from out of town, and I think that really helped them out. Like, they knew I was traveling, and I wasn't going to stick around, so I wasn't going to like drop off my bike, so I think they were a little bit more willing to give up some information. According to the code I read, my code is for a O2 sensor on the front. So I've talked with Roanoke Valley Harley Davidson, and they're ordering me one. So hopefully that'll go away. But the bike's running good. I've never had a check engine light on any Harley Davidson I've ever owned, and I'm on my 5th or 6th. But yeah, I guess as far as the O2 sensors go, I've never had one fail. But me and Simon were riding so hard when we did that. I mean, we were cruising at like 85, we hit 90 sometimes. Like, it was a lot. I mean, we rode pretty hard. We made really good time. We did 1,030 miles in 19 hours, but we stopped for 2 hours for a lunch break, where he's from in Indiana, and then we stopped for lunch, and then we saw his parents, hung out for a little bit, and I mean, so really we actually rode for 17 hours. I'd like to get me and Simon together. We'll probably do like a little sit-down talk of how the ride went for both of us, get our highlights of it. But really, the video I did was the highlight of it. I mean, it was completely just riding. We didn't stop for any long period of time other than the lunch break we had in Indiana, and then we turned around and came straight back home. So our stops were only really for fuel for the bike and ourselves. And it was just it was a lot of people have told me, like, why would you do that? You know, why? I don't like the road that much, or I'm a truck driver, so, you know, I see the road all the time. And I'm like, well, I'm not a truck driver, so to go from the mountains of Virginia to the flat land of Indiana to see all those hay fields, all the crops and whatnot, man, it was so cool. It was so pretty out there. I'll throw up some little beauty shots of that. Of the ride for me. The highlight for me was being able to ride that much. You know, it was nice to be able to designate some time, set aside some time to just really ride a bunch. It was awesome. I mean, me and Simon felt like it was a little mini vacation, because I mean, really, that's what it was. We were able to get away, clear my mind, and just let the road drown everything out. It was awesome. I loved it. When we left out in Roanoke, Virginia, it was probably about 54, 55 degrees, and it was kind of it was a little bit of a tease. So once we hit, you know, West Virginia, it dropped down to like 41, and it was like super foggy. We left out at 3 in the morning. By the time we hit West Virginia, it was like 5:30, 6 o'clock. Sun was still down, coming up. I mean, we couldn't hardly see out of our visors. You know, finally, you know, when the sun came up, it was just absolutely gorgeous. It was super cool. Trying to get around these guys. With the check engine light, I probably shouldn't ride like that. The biggest thing, I forgot ibuprofen. Like, I put it aside that morning, but it was so early. I was rushing around trying to get everything together. You know, to meet Simon super early in the morning. I completely forgot my ibuprofen, and we didn't stop to get some ibuprofen until we were like 750 miles in, 700 miles in. Yeah, it was. We're 2 weeks past the trip, and my back is killing me. Like, still, I have a little spot in my back that's just a constant little pinch. We weren't like super prepared for the cold, but we weren't dying. It was, you know, maybe we should have been a little bit more prepared. I had long johns on, but no chaps. Simon had chaps with no long johns. We both had really good gloves. That's like one of the first things to go, is how cold your hands will get. I mean, other than that, I think we powered through it. We did pretty good. I think we left at the right time, leaving at 3:30 in the morning. We got to Indiana around 11:50. We hung out for a little bit, got some lunch. We were going to go to the Harley Davidson dealership, but we didn't really want anything. We just wanted to get back on the road, come back home. And so we just left at like 1:50 to come back home. Yeah, that was pretty cool. I mean, all in all, it was just a lay down a bunch of miles trip. We haven't sent in our information yet. I messed up one time. There was one stop I was like so cold. Once we got off the bike, I was shivering so much. I think I just completely forgot to take a picture of my odometer with the receipt beside it. There's a spot on the sheet to send in to Iron Butt Association that you can say that you did it with someone. So I think the fact that me and Simon did it together, and he has a picture of it, and it shows that we were at the same exact place before and after, and we took the same route, I think I'm going to be fine. But that's kind of, I didn't want to do that. When I did it, I wanted to do this right. I wanted to make sure everything was perfect. That was the only stop I didn't document. I even documented, I took a picture of my odometer when we were at Simon's parents' house, because we stopped for more than 30 minutes, and Iron Butt Association says that if you stop for more than 30 minutes, you need to document the stop. That was the only spot. I took a picture of the receipt from the lunch. We went from lunch to Simon's parents, and I took a picture of my odometer there so I could record where I was at on my miles. But all in all, I think I learned a little bit about long distance riding, how to be prepared for it. We didn't really pack clothes. I didn't change clothes. We rode 1,000 miles. I didn't need a change of clothes. So looking at like a trip to Sturgis is like 1,500 miles. So, you know, the way I look at it now is like, damn, I can do 1,000 miles in like 17, 18 hours, stop for the night, go, you know, 2/3 of the way. The next day we'll ride to be about 8 hours to get to Sturgis, and we can hang out in Sturgis. Like, it kind of puts it into perspective for me to know that that's not that bad. You know, like, you know, I can do that because I did what some people say is crazy. There's plenty of people who have done an Iron Butt challenge, and I'm just freaking out about it because it was my first one. And I think me telling my story about how it wasn't that bad, how I've never done one before, I don't know, I'm sure there are plenty of people out there that have documented their Iron Butt challenge. I just wanted to do a follow-up to, I mean, I'm so excited. Like, it blows my mind that I was able to do it. I never thought I would, and I'm so excited that I did it. I mean, we set aside the time to do it. It didn't cost a lot of money, really. I mean, we just paid for gas back and forth. We get like 40 miles to the gallon. We stopped about every 200-ish miles, I think, for about 180, 200 miles. I mean, all in all, the experience was awesome. If you have any kind of reservations about doing it, you should definitely do it. I'm going to put a link down again for the Iron Butt Challenge. All my other videos, we did a ride prep video that I'll put a tag for right here. And then I did the actual video of it. I didn't have my camera on my face very much, but I did some handheld, some you know, little updates when we stopped for gas and food or whatnot. But I think it was a very cool experience. I think if you have any reservations about doing it, I think you definitely should. I think if I was on a less comfortable motorcycle, I still could have done it. It was nice to have done it on this, but I had a 2008 Street Glide that I think I could have done that trip on. I don't think it would have done as well as the Milwaukee 8 performed, even though I got a check engine light, but that's just an O2 sensor. That's not even the motor. That's not a big deal. But all in all, I loved it. You should definitely do it. If you like this little review, me and Simon are gonna get together and we're gonna do another one. We're probably gonna sit down at the bar and we're gonna do that. But if you liked it, you drop a like and tell me if you've ever done anything like that. Have you ever done an Iron Butt Challenge? Tell me how it went for you. Let's talk about it. I think it'd be cool. I like to hear about it. There's a page on Facebook for Iron Butt Challenges. Yeah, it's just super fun. So you should subscribe if you haven't yet, and hit the little bell notification so you get notified when I upload more videos. But until next time, guys, you guys have a good one. Bye.